Hello students, we saw many other problems of the integral. So next one is integral of 1 plus cos 2x divided by sin 2x. So we have the formulas. We cannot simplify directly. If I split 1 by sin 2x or cos 2x by sin 2x tan 2x. So 1 by sin 2x we don't have, that is cosec 2x. Again we don't have formula for tan x or cosec x. Cosec square x we have, tan square x we don't have. So tan x we don't have. That's why we can simplify this by using other method. So we have the formulas for 1 plus cos 2x. So what is the formula for 1 plus cos 2x? The formula 1 plus cos 2x is 2 cos square x. So I can write this as 2 cos square x. 2 cos 1 plus cos 2 is 2 cos square x divided by, and sin 2x we have 2 sin x cos x. Two sin x cos x. So 2 can be cancelled, 1 cos can be cancelled. We get cos by sin. So cos by sin will be cot. Integral of cot x dx. So what is that integral of cot x dx? It is yet to study. We have to study later. So this is equal to, we'll study that later. This will log sin x. Here this we have to, we are yet to study integral of cot x and other, what is that, secant x, tan x and all. So one of these is cot x, that is log sin x. So you just remember while studying or while calculating, I'll explain once again. So next one, next problem, integral of sin cube x by cos cube x. Integral of sin cube x plus cos cube x divided by sin square x plus cos sin square x into cos square x. Sin square x into cos square x dx. So here what we can do, we can split the integrals. We can split the integrals up directly. How we can split? This is equal to integral of, I can write sin cube x divided by sin square x into cos square x. So sin cube x and sin square x cancels, remaining 1 sin x and 1 sin x will be remaining, and one more cos square x remaining, sin x divided by cos square x, plus here cos cube x and cos square x can be cancelled, and remaining cos x by sin square x. Cos x by sin square x. Now I can write 1 cos along with the sin and one more 1 by cos. So sin by cos will be tan. Into 1 by cos will be secant. Plus cos by sin will be cot. Into 1 by sin will be cosec. Cosec x dx. So what is the integral of tan x into secant x? So we know that tan x into secant x is the derivative of secant x. Therefore integral will be secant x. Then cot x cosec x integral will be minus cosec x. Minus cosec x plus c. So this is the answer for that question. Next one, integral of 1 plus cos 4x divided by 1 minus cos 4x. integral of 1 plus cos 4x 1 minus cos 4x dx. So what is the integral value of 1 plus cos 4 divided 1 minus cos 4x? So what is 1 plus cos? We know that 1 plus cos 2x is 2 cos square x. 2 cos square x, but here it is 1 plus cos 4x. We have the formula 1 plus cos 2x is 2 cos square x. Now 1 plus cos 4x is 2 cos square 2x. Integral of 2 cos square 2x divided by 1 minus cos, we have the formula 1 minus cos 2x is so 2 sin square x. Therefore 1 minus cos 4x is 2 sin square 2x. So 2 can be cancelled. Cos square 2x by sin square 2x will be cot square 2x. Cot square 2x. So we don't have the formula cot square 2x. We have formula for cot, but we don't have cot square 2x. Therefore we can write it as, but we have 1 plus cot square x is equal to cosec square x. Therefore I can write cot square 2x is equal to cosec square x minus cosec square 2x minus 1 dx. Cosec square 2x because cot square 2x minus 1 dx. So now the the integral of cosec square 2x. So what is the integral of cosec square 2x? Cosec square x is what is that? Minus cot x. Minus cot x. But here it is a cosec square 2x. So it is minus cot 2x divided by 2. Minus cot 2x divided by 2 minus x plus c. Minus cot 2x divided by 2 minus x plus c. Minus x plus c. This is the answer for that question. Next one. Next problem. So these are the problems of trigonometric problems of integration by using trigonometric functions. Trigonometric functions and formulas based on that. So next is, what is the integral of sine cube x? So sine cube x. We have the formula x power n. Integral of x power n is x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. But we don't have anything sine to the power nx. But we can simplify the sine cube x by using the formula. We have the formula sine 3x. So what is sine 3x? Sine 3x will be 3 sine x minus 4 sine cube x. Three sine x minus 4 sine cube x. But we want sine cube x. Therefore, I can write 4 sine cube x as 3 sine x minus sine 3x. 3 sine x minus sine 3x. So sine cube x is equal to 1 by 4 into 3 sine x minus sine 3x. So this is the formula of sine cube x. So what we can substitute here? This is equal to integral of 1 by 4 into 3 sine x minus sine 3x. 3 sine x minus sine 3x dx. So this 1 by 4 is multiplied to both. So first is 1 by 4 3 sine x dx. So 3 by 4 is a constant anyhow. What is the integral of sine x? Sine x is minus cos x. So that will be equal to minus 3 by 4 cos x minus 3 by 4 cos x, then minus 1 by 4 as it is sine 3x. So we have that integral of sine 3x, or sine x is minus cos x, but sine mx or sine 3x is minus cos 3x by 3. So this will be minus into minus plus cos 3x divided by 4 into 3 plus c. 4 into 3 plus c. So this will be equal to minus 3 by 4 cos x plus cos 3x divided by 12 plus c. So this is the answer for this question. So along with this question, you can write one homework as what is that? You can write homework integral of cos cube x. Integral of cos cube x you can write. Then similarly cos cube 2x, cos cube 3x, all that you can write. So along with this you write one more integral of sine cube 5x also. Same formula here, only the changes is there will be 5, here also 5, here also 5 into 3 is 15, but when we calculate here just cos x, that will be cos 5x by something, and here not 3 by 3, that will be by 15 you will get. So this is one more kind of problem. So refer any other books and collect problems, solve yourself. So these if you solve many problems of same kind, that will be one of the practice, and you will you can easily solve the problems in the JEE. Anyhow in the theory part you won't get any problems other than the textbook, but in the JEE if you solve many problems, that will be very useful and very important also. Next one, we have to find the antiderivative of f of x. Find the antiderivative of f of x defined where f of 0 is 3. We have to find out the antiderivative of, find the antiderivative of f of x is equal to 4x cube minus 6. Where f of 0 is 3. First we have to find out the antiderivative, and then we have to find out the value of, then we have to find out by using f of 0 is 3. So why it is given means, so for the function f we call capital F is the antiderivative or the integral value. Therefore first to find the integral value, then in the integration, so always we add a constant as a plus c. Therefore first to calculate, then what we have to do, then using this we have to find what is the value of c. So when the antiderivative or the integral value at some point it is given in the sense what it has only one solution. That means we can calculate what is the value of given function. So now f of x is 4x cube minus 6. So we can find out now integral value, that means capital X is equal to integral of, is equal to the capital X integral value means integral of f of x dx. So that is integral of 4x cube minus 6 dx. So what is the integral of 4x cube minus 6 with respect to dx? So this will be 4 x power 4 by x power 4 minus 6x plus c. Or I can write it as x power 4 minus 6x plus c. So that is the value of f of x. But when it is 0, x is 0, it is given, what is that, is 3. Therefore, or we can replace f of 0. You have to calculate the value of c given that, or given that f of 0 equal to 3. F of 0 is 3. Therefore, what we can do, f of 0 is equal to replace x by 0. So 0 minus 6 into 0 plus c. Therefore, when we calculate, we get c is equal to, and this value is given. This value is 3. 3 is equal to c. We got 3 is equal to c. Therefore, the required antiderivative is, required antiderivative is what? Derivative is itself x power 4 minus 6, but in place of c we have to replace 3 is x power 4 minus 6x plus 3. X power 4 minus 6x plus 3. So this is the answer for that when the value is given. So when we write it is a plus c, or if you get the value of c, that shows what? The equation has only how many solutions? Only one solution or one integral value. Otherwise plus c can take any number of solutions. When the value is given, we can write only one solution or one integral value for the given function. Now we have calculated derivative or integral. Derivative we know how to calculate, as well as integral value also we have calculated for many of the functions. So what is how we can compare differentiation and integration now? So how we can compare? First thing is both are operations on functions. First, you can list out. The first one is both are operations on functions. Differentiation as well as integration, both are operations on functions. Comparison. Operations on functions, both what is that, integration and differentiation. Next, second one, how we can compare. In the derivative also, we can write derivative of f1 of x plus f2 of x plus f3 of x, so on up to that can be written as sum of the functions can be written derivative first one plus derivative second function plus derivative third function. So similarly, we can write in the case of integration also. So in the derivative or in the integration, it satisfies the property. So which is that property? This satisfies, both satisfies So what is the property we can call? The property is when a constant is multiplied, then how we can write? Both can be written as derivative of k1 f1 of x plus k2 so on up to kn fn of x can be written as d by dx of or k1 into derivative of f1 fx plus k2 into derivative of f2 of x so on up to kn into derivative of f1 of x. Both can be written in the form of what is that constant into function. So here this is for derivation. For integration I can write it as integral of k1 f1x k2 f2x so on up to kn f1x dx. All together I can write it as a integral of k1 or is the constant k1 into f1 fx dx plus k2 into integral of f2x dx so on up to k3 kn integral of fnx dx. So this can be written for all the functions separately. Next, so this is the second comparison. So what is the third comparison? How we can compare? This we can write separately. Next is all we know that all the functions are not differentiable. Similarly, all the functions are not integrable. We cannot find the integration for all the functions. We can find only for the few functions. So some of the functions we have learnt and some is yet to study, but we cannot find out the integral value for all the functions like differentiation. All the functions are not differentiable and all the functions are not integrable also. And one more, when we differentiate what we get, the resultant of differentiate a polynomial, we get a resultant of polynomial will be again a polynomial of degree 1 less than that. So we know that x power n derivative is what? N into x to power n minus 1. So when we differentiate, we get a derivative of a derivative is also a polynomial of degree 1 less than the given one. But in the integration, when we find the integral value, what we get? The integral value will be again a polynomial, but it is the degree is 1 more than the polynomial. And also derivative, when we calculate the derivative, we can calculate the derivative at any point. At any point we can calculate the derivative. But integration we cannot calculate in any one of the point. We cannot calculate it at a point, we cannot calculate because it gives many solutions. Then we know that differentiation means that is a rate of change of one quantity or that gives the slope of the tangent. What is that? In differentiation gives the slope of the tangent, that means the rate of change of quantity with respect to one more quantity. But integration is not that, it gives the family of curves. Integration gives the family of curves, and when we draw a line through that, that gives tangents to that family of curves when we draw at a singular point, at a particular point. So that gives the tangents. But the differentiation gives the slope of the tangent. And when we use the differentiation, to find or to calculate, suppose displacement is given, distance traveled is given, so to calculate velocity we use differentiation, or when the velocity is given to calculate acceleration we use differentiation. But when velocity is given and we want the displacement or the distance traveled, then we use integration. Or when acceleration is given, when we then we want velocity, means we use integration. That means when displacement is given, can be calculated, velocity can be calculated by differentiation, and acceleration can be calculated by differentiate. That means rate of change of displacement or rate of change of velocity. But when the velocity is given, to find the rate of change of acceleration or displacement, when the velocity is given, to find the displacement we need integration. And also already we have studied both one thing we have studied in the differentiation, it is a limiting process. We use limit, definition of a limit is used in the case of differentiation. Similarly, limit is used in the case of integration also, but we have not studied till we are yet to study limit. We can write integration is also a limit of a sum. So both integration and differentiation can be written as a limit of a sum. And one more comparison is differentiation and integration are reverse to each other, reverse process of each other. Already we have studied while explaining the properties of integration, or some of the concepts of integration. We have already studied integration and differentiation both are reverse to each other, reverse functions to each other. So this is the comparison. You list out all the comparison. You can see the textbook, it is there in the textbook, but it is given in the lengthy. So you make your own sentence and write one sentence. So totally 8 to 9 points are there. You make a note of that. So that is not so important, but you should know that. And one more thing, when it is given integrate, it is to find out the value of integration with respect to x, means x dx if it is given, or x power n dx is with respect to x. Suppose it is given y in terms of y, then the variable should be dy. That is the small thing. If it is given x, there should be dx. If it is given y, that should be dy. So using that we can find out the integral values. So here till here we have studied integral values of functions which is based on the formula. So after that, now after studying all this, we'll study some other problems or other methods of finding integrals for other functions, for some other functions. So complete all the exercise problems of 7.1. Remaining problems, I have solved many of the problems. Remaining you complete yourself. Complete 1 or 2 problems are remaining in that. You complete and go through the problems once again. Thank you.